2 lead changes and 15 ties in a game. Quin Snyder and his team eliminated against the Celtics in 6 games.
The way that, they played, and I thought our guys competed at the same level. It was clear, at the beginning of the game, that it was going to be, a battle. And a lot of plays made, on both sides. Obviously, Tatum and Brown were a handful, which, we expect. And we blitzed their pick and roll. We hit them from the, high quadrant, and we hit them on the dribble, hit them on the pass. And, when we didn't, they were able to make plays. And when we did, you're susceptible to the three. And, we had some success in all those situations when they missed, but they had some guys hit some big shots as well. But we were right there, so it's a tough game.
Hey Quinn, what do you say to your guys in the locker room after a game like this, where they fought their butts off and just didn't get there right at the end, and now the season's done?
Yeah, it just really, I've said, for a while, some of you that have covered us for, the last couple months, that, we were wanting to be, our goal was to be the best version of ourselves at the end of the year. And I thought that, that continued from the regular season, through the playoffs. And you saw, a group that was connected. Different guys came up big in different games. I thought that this is a tough team to guard. And for the most part, I thought, we executed. And sometimes even when you execute, these guys are good enough to make plays. And then, the way that we played together on the offensive end. But what I told him was that I'm proud to have the opportunity to coach him. And, we talked about communicating, being competitive, and being connected. And I thought we were all three of those things.
Quinn, just the start, Trey had 25 points in the first half and came out in the second half, I think it was 5. Was it just the way that Boston was guarding him a little bit? Were they doubling him a little bit more?
Yeah, they started trapping him a little bit. It's when we got DJ back in the game to give us another ball handler against the trap. There's sometimes, he had a couple of his best looks late, and I don't think he was worn down or tired. I think he just, occasionally guys miss a shot. And in Trey's case, we're used to seeing him hit big shots. And, he hit some big shots tonight too, to get us in that position. And we had a number of guys that, had some really good looks late. Hunt stepped in and made a big one for us. But, we scoring against them, the last 3-4 minutes of the game is gonna have to score. And, we got to the rim a couple times and didn't score. And we had that one possession on the side out. Only had one timeout left. We used another one about 1:30 to try to get control of the game so we'd have a chance late. And I thought, when we were, you make a decision, you've got 2 players in Tatum and Brown, that even when you're on them, they have ability to rise up, and they were both doing that. So when we did hit them and tried to commit 2 to the ball, I thought Marcus Smart made a great pass to the corner. We had 2 guys help, being aggressive and trying to protect the rim, and Al made a big shot. There were a number of plays like that, and I thought Trey, in addition to our whole team, just competed, and in the end, that's all you can ask for.
Quinn, kind of following that up, it sounds strange to ask this question after an opening series loss, but given sort of the state of things when you first stepped in and where you were, do you actually come out of the series sort of feeling good about things to a degree, about maybe potentially where things are headed?
Yeah, it's hard for any of us right now to feel that, but I think I feel good about how we competed and how we played. Going up and winning that game, the other night in Boston showed a lot about our team, the character of our team. And I'm sure we'll have a chance to process everything and digest it. And, in the next couple of days, I'll have a better feel for that.
And following up with another strangely timed question, but do you feel in your 25 to 30 games, whatever it was that you coached, that you got a pretty good base of knowledge for maybe what you have and where you need to go with this roster?
Yeah, to the extent that, I can give perceptions of the team, right now, I feel really connected to this group. And anytime you get a chance to be in the foxhole with a group of guys, that's the result. And same thing with our staff. I feel really, I've said this, I think, before, but I can't emphasize it enough. The guys on the staff, for them to embrace me, and our team wouldn't be in this series the way we were it not for, our entire staff. Joe and Longo and Mel, in particular, the guys at the bench, but Nick and Matt and Tim and Paul. The guys just were really, really supportive of me and supportive of our team. And, I think that group, as much as anything, really, we came together. And that's an unusual situation for all of us. As I said, I need a chance to process this whole thing, but that's, those are the first impressions that I have, and the place I go when I think about the last couple of months.
Coach, what was your message to DeJounte after the first half? Didn't score any points, but what was the message to him to keep him focused in the game?
He's not someone that I needed to say a lot to. It's more of a kind of eye contact and a nod, and he's such a competitor. And, I think there's always stretches of the game that are tougher than others. And I just think he got a feel as the game went on, got in the deep paint, got to the rim, hit a couple shots. And, he's one of the guys that, our backcourt's fun to coach. And because they've both been really committed to what we're doing. And, the communication that I was able to have with those two guys in particular, not just, practice, all the other times you touch guys, but during the game. And, to the extent that, sometimes they just need encouragement, and got plenty of confidence, and let them know to keep attacking. And that's what we need to do. That's what DeJounte needs to do. That's what he did.
Any last questions?
Okay. Thank you. Thank you all.